doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you I should it right. But I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop, Feelings I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. My heart is hurting, it's more than a crush. Cause I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop. Where my heart goes, 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 goes.
Test, test, test. I think it should be working. Maybe it's too loud now also. How is it? Test. No, it's okay, okay. All right. Perfect. Do I need to decrease the volume? Or everything is good now? Start from start. Yeah, for sure. All right, so first of all, nice, okay. So first of all, welcome all to the stream. Perfect. Smack, you already know. For the rest of you, we are covering off-Roman accounts, specifically EI, not EC, not Caesaris. We're gonna be focusing on EIs. So before jumping onto the account, I just wanna lay some like basics, and then we're gonna go into the account and talk about everything basically. I'm going to build EC. Oh no. So we're gonna do like probably like this. This will be your aim. Yeah, like at specific dates, you're gonna stop spamming EC, and then go EI, and then go EC. Okay. Okay. No worries. Do you have a specific do you have like a specific amount of EI that you want to produce before swapping into EC? So that we can use this specific number. I don't need it, but if you do, it's gonna be more precise. Like currently you are at, excuse me. Wait, first of all, let me see which of these is your 15C, this one. So number 01. Okay, look, let me see the troops. Okay, this was your starter village, and now you're swapping into this village. Okay. If you wanna be top raider consistently, I think you're gonna need about, it depends how many farm list village do you have. Like, let me check them. So 920, 2150, 5199. So there's about 220 village now ish. 210, 220. Early, I like 5 EI, 5 EC for farming purposes. Doesn't matter if there is residents in the village. You mean for sending? Like here, you put 5 EI or 5 EC. I understand. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about farm list in the end because farm list. I mean, this is my specialty. I'm gonna quickly show you. I don't want to leak my account, but anyway, I'm gonna show you quickly my standings. So I started looting on week 6, top 3, top 2, and now top 1 permanently. So even here, I'm always top 1. There's almost 1 million difference now. And by the end of the week, I'm probably gonna be like 10 million or 11 million. And the rest is gonna be like 6 million. So I'm gonna be like ahead by 4 or 5 million of everyone. I stopped getting population and now I'm falling. I was always top 1 from day 1 and now this is day 65. So at day 59, I stopped producing villages and I started permanently producing units. You can see I already have 12 village. All of them are maxed out and I have perma resources, all sending to my capital, which is this one. And permanently producing, I'm playing as Teuton, so I'm producing rams and yeah, whatever. So we'll talk about this in a second, but I just want to show you that to me, farm lists are super important. Like, look, here in this account, I only have 100 village or 110 village to loot from. So you have the double that amount. So if I need like 10,000 unit, you will need 20,000 unit. Makes sense? Because you have twice more villages to loot. Anyway, enough of my account. Let's go back to yours. Spam message. Ban. Alright. So, what I did here, I consider that you have a helmet 27. And I wanted to see the cost for Kata, EI, Empyrean. I need what? How many units? So currently you have 67, 53. This is about 120 village, and this is 100. So currently you have 220 villages in your farm list. 220. So eventually this number is gonna decrease. It's gonna be like 150 and then 100 and then 80, whatever. So for now, you need like a lot of units because, let me show you. For now, the highest is 99 here. 50. 23. So for now, you don't need more than 1 or maximum 2 units per village. So for now, you only need... Whoa. What's up, Haram? You good? Sup. So for now, if this is how I do it. So this is the furthest village. 51. What about here? 50. 52. So how long does it take to reach this village? It takes you 3 hours and 42 minutes. Okay, we'll talk about it. I'm using imps for the small villages up to 50 villages. Yeah, we'll talk about it. At some point, you're gonna have this. I keep going back on my account. At some point, you're gonna have this 2k outgoing, 2k ingoing. So when this happens, you don't need to produce more units. Like in my case, I'm looting with paladins. In your case, you're looting with EIs. So once you have 2k outgoing, 2k ingoing, you stop producing. And then you swap into Caesaris. Unless you don't care about being the top robber, then you can start before. Makes sense? Yes. Yeah. And this is why, personally, I don't like to do this, like the switch, going from EI to EC. But it's up to you. You do whatever you want. Like, if I was playing EC personally, I would only produce village and I would go and... where's the town hall? Where's the town hall? I don't see it. Oh, this one. I would get this to level 10 in all villages. For example, here. Culture point. Look, I have town hall in all of them. So before I was doing big celebrations in all of my villages. And this is how I get villages so fast. Even now, it's been 7 days that I haven't done any like celebration. Look, this is the highest account. He has 11 village and 1 city. Look at me. I have 12 village and 1 city. And I haven't done any celebration for 7 days. So I'm super ahead. So if I was playing Caesaris, this is what I would do. I would do as many villages as I can. And then at day 60 or day 70, I perma-produce units and I stop doing celebration. This is what I would do. But you want to do it your way, it's fine. We can find a way to solve it. Make sense to you? Does it make sense? Just let me know. So before you joined, what I was saying, yes, I should focus on getting CP. Exactly. So in all of your village, like for example, this village, which I'm looting with. Yes, exactly. You get it. So all of the villages should have like level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10. It's all of them are here. If you look at this side of the map, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10. So anyway, I'm not showing this village because I don't want to show my units. I don't want to leak it. This is a competitive server. Anyway, so you should produce max res in all villages. Max. Then you get max percentages, both of them. Then you get Barracks level 3, Academy level 10, Town Hall level 10. To be able to produce a big celebration, you need 47.7, which requires Granary level 17. Getting Warehouse level 13 is fine. 14, you don't have to do 14. We'll talk about all this. I'm just giving you a small preview. But anyway, I don't want to keep jumping back and forth. So. EI versus EC. We have a target. We need to be able to perma-produce Catapult EC Empyrean or Catapult EI Empyrean. And so what I did was simply, for example, stable, great stable, horse drinking through, and I put helmet 27%. You look at the cost, this is the cost, and I copy pasted it. All right. I think here there's something, wait. Let me see if there's something different. Wait, I don't know what the fuck I did wrong before. Oh, stable is missing. Okay. Yeah. So as you see here, 581, this is the number. I just copy pasted them here. And then I did the same for Barracks and Great Barracks. Barrack, I did them manually, so you can see them here. And then I did the workshop, so you can see them. Workshop level 20, and it should be catapults. Wait, there's something wrong here. Wait, this, oh, it's here, okay. So this is it, okay? And then you add them. This is the sum of wood per day that you need. This is clay, and this is iron. You can see you need more of wood. And if you look for the EC instead of EI, you need much more iron. All right. So I did a small introduction here saying, if you look at the troops, the reason I prefer as a governor, the reason I prefer going EI instead of EC is simply because Empyrean need a lot of iron. This is one. EI need a lot of wood. And Catapult need a lot of clay. So this way, all the resources are kind of balanced. A little bit equal, you know? However, if you go EC, what's gonna happen is EC is heavy on iron. And Empyrean is heavy on iron. So this is what you see here. The cost of iron is like almost double the wood. I'm going EC because I have tons of iron. I mean, you can, and you could also just go here and do offering iron, buying wood, and you could trade, but whatever. I will look at the map. Just a second. Before jumping on the map. So another reason is sometimes you can't get enough of iron. Sometimes it's not your case, but sometimes you can get this number. So what happens is you have to use a lot of NPC. Like you have to do a lot of this NPC, and you do this just to get enough iron. So what happens with governor's account is you have to pay a lot of gold if you're playing EC. If you're playing this as governor, sometimes you have to pay a lot of gold. It depends on your village setup. So this is why I don't usually recommend it to anyone, because it needs a bit of experience. And also, as king or as duke, this is easier because of tributes, because of these, like the tribute collection. So I prefer going EI on governor account. I prefer going this if you're a governor, and especially if you're a good loot, like you rob a lot, then just keep going EI. Like, anyway, do whatever you want, but just keep going EI. It's gonna be great. Like, let me do a quick overview. Let's say you have, I don't know, like 90 days of producing of producing. Like, this is pretty good. If you get this number, this is great. And also it's gonna be higher because of the fealty bonus, because of this. You're gonna unlock it soon, and it's gonna increase by 3, so this is gonna become 3. And this is gonna become like 30%. And then I put enter. So this is the actual value, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. This is not bad. Like, this amount here, 20 million almost. If you're gonna do EC, it's not gonna be 90 days. It's probably gonna be like 75 or even 70. And look at this. You see the difference? You can't produce as much as you want EC because EI are cheaper and you can start earlier. Go back to 90. It's almost the same. If you want EC to be more, you have to produce about 110 day, and then you compare them. Look at this. 24 million, 23 million. Do you see this? You need at least 107 day, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the exact number. But look, it's getting closer. 105, sorry. 22.7, 23, still 103. Also, let me remove the weapon. Maybe this is cheating, actually. Yeah. 90. I'm trying to figure out what the date. We're getting close. We're getting close. Alright, so around 40 to 50 days is the mark where the EC value becomes better than EI. So let's say you wanted to start at date 60 EC. You can stop producing the AI at date 60, whatever. We're gonna figure the dates later. Alright? But anyway, my reason for comparing this is this. Look. So, EI, you're gonna perma-produce, and because of the robbery, like the looting, because of this with the EI, you can start earlier. So let's say you start at day 50, so you have like 90 days of production. I'm not using weapon, so this is the total. If you start at day like 60. But with EC you have to start later. So you're gonna have to produce like 70 days of EC or 75 days of EC. So we're comparing 16.5 versus 18.3. So you see what I'm trying to say? This is why, in my opinion, EI are better. Otherwise, if you were a duke or a king, because of tributes, you can start earlier. Instead of 75 days of production, you can do actually like 87 or 80 or whatever. And then this value becomes much closer. Like you can do even 95 days maybe. Look at this value, 19.3 million. And then if I said EI... Sorry, wait, just a second. So 93 of this. You have 20 million now versus 18. So you are able to start earlier as Duke or King because of the tributes. But as Governor, you don't have a lot of resources. This is why I prefer if you go EI. Because you can do more units of EI, and you can see here 18.3 million versus like versus 16.5 or even 17.5 or even, okay, let's not stretch it, let's say 18.6 versus, okay, so you almost have 5 days to produce 3 villages. what do I mean by this? Look at this value here. Total res needed for EI is almost 2 million. Total res needed for EC is 2.1 million. Per hour, it's 88 versus 80. So you need like 9K. Let me do the exact value here. Minus. Per hour, you need to produce an additional 8.5K to do perma EC. This is level 10 4-6 village. You produce 1.25 wood, clay and iron, which is a total of this. So you need this divided by this. You need almost 3 villages, 2 villages, 3 villages extra to be able to do perma EC. To do this 2 or 3 extra villages, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have higher CP, which takes time. This is why I'm saying, if you're producing 90 days of EI, it's gonna be like 75 days of EC. You understand now what I'm trying to say? So this is not gonna be the same date. So you can't say 90 EC versus 90 EI. It doesn't work like that. This is why. Because you need 2-3 more villages to be able to do perma. Makes sense? Exactly. So if you can produce 90 days of EI, we already saw that this is much higher. This is why I prefer as governor always go EI, never go EC. It's like super rare if you want to get EC. If you wanted to go EC, you shouldn't be doing this. If you want to go EC, you shouldn't do this. You should use all of your resources to do big celebration and get as many villages as you can quickly. There's a different strategy to get there. You understand what I'm saying? It's completely different. Like one strategy is about spamming as many EIs that you can and getting loot as much as you can, and you don't really care about this. Oops, sorry, I keep clicking by mistake. And you don't really care about this. However, if you go EC, if you go these, you need to be spamming big celebration non-stop so that you get these extra villages. All right? I repeated the same idea like twice just so I make sure that everything is clear. Just let me know if it's okay. I'm gonna bring like a cup of water, just a second. Right there. It makes sense. For EC, I need 3 more villages. How many is that? What do you mean by many? How many what? How many days? Do you mean how many days, bro? What is the exact question? I don't... You say I need more village if I need to go for EC? Yes, exactly. You need 3 more villages. Like technically 2.5 if you want. Like the 3rd village doesn't need to be maxed, but of course we're gonna max it for efficiency. Oh, okay. You mean the base number. Okay. So let's find that answer now. So what we need is this. What we need is this as a base. So we're gonna find out how many villages we need for this. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, let me make this bigger. Resource. All right. Level 10. I need a 4-6. Nope, not this one. This one, 4-6. Low. Okay, so this is one village, right? So this is one village. I don't really care about the crop at this moment. I just care about this. Okay? We're gonna say that you have, let's say, I don't know, 10% sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna be 5%. or sometimes it's gonna be 15%, right? Sometimes it's gonna be like this, sometimes like this, sometimes like this. And if you have troops inside of the oasis, this is gonna be like 1.5, maybe 1.8. This is the maximum per village. Makes sense? So far so good? Yes, yes, no, okay. So what we're gonna do is this. So this is the base. We're gonna put it here. And we're gonna say like 20% additional. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna be equal to this multiplied by 1 plus 20. Oh, I need to close the bracket, my bad. My bad. There we go. So let's do this. Let's do like 2 of them. Let's do like this. Every village is gonna be like this. Of course, some are gonna be less, some are gonna be more, but let's say as average, this is the amount of resources you have. Makes sense? So now what we're gonna do is do sum. And now we need this. How many villages do we need? Do this, divided by that. Okay, this is wrong. Let me fix it. This is absolutely wrong. Let's increase. Let's say this is like this. Okay. Okay. So if you're only using resource from villages, you need 16 to 17 village. I'm talking village, not city. Village. However, in your case, you're also getting loot. You're also getting this. So technically, let's do this. So 1 village per day, 24. This multiplied by this. So 1 village per day is giving you this. You're looting 10 times this. You understand what I'm trying to say? So this is not an accurate number. This is not an accurate number. It should be like 10 to 12 because of this. Because of this looting. Does it make sense? If you want me to give you an actual exact number, it's gonna take like 10-15 minutes, but I can give you an exact number. Partly exact? Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let me go into embassy. Refresh. Let's do it, brother. Alright, let's go here. Oh no, this is a 15C. I need another village. Okay, I just wanted to remember how much you get from Oasis. Like this one. So you get an additional 250 from the troops. Yeah. We're not gonna talk about crop right now. Crop is a totally different topic. Absolutely different topic. I just want to focus on this now. Like this number. To know how many villages you need. And then we're gonna talk about crop after. Alright. So this is 250 additional, and then there's also 370, let's say 400. So this is an additional 650. Oh no, this is increased because this is yeah, it's level 12. It's not accurate. Let me check my account. I can have an exact number. Okay, so you get 250 and 250, so that's 500 per oasis. Per oasis, you get 250 plus 250. Let me check another one. I want to have an exact value. 250, 250. Okay. So the highest you can have is this, the highest. like this, and then this is the highest, plus 500. You can't get higher than this. So I'm not gonna consider that this is the highest. I'm gonna say this is the average. Like, let's say 3,800 per village. Okay? So per village, you're producing this. Wood, clay, and iron. This. Makes sense to you? We're gonna take this average is this per village. Average per village. Alright. So as you can see already, if I do, we need this amount divided by this. You need 21 village, which is insane. You calculate with only one oasis attached with max percentage units. So you're never gonna have in all villages 25 and 50 or whatever. You're not always gonna be maxed. Sometimes it's gonna be like 5%. Sometimes it's gonna be maxed. So instead of considering you always have 25 and 25, which is 50, I gave it a less value. So instead of having 500 plus 500 two times, I reduced that value, which this is 1k. A total of 1k from 2 max oasis. Max oasis for these two. So maybe you want it to be like this, maybe? Or like this, maybe? Or you want me to consider that it's actually 500? If you wanted 500, this is the middle ground. In all cases, this value is only changing a bit. Like, look. Like 2 villages. Yes. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So maybe one oasis is like 10% and another is 5, or one oasis is 15% and another is 10. So if you want to take average of all the oasis you have on your account, it's gonna be close to 20 to 30% in the middle. It's never gonna be like close to 50%, and it's never gonna be close to 0%. So this is why, like, I don't want to go higher than this. Like, having 25% is already like middle ground. And in most cases, some people don't have this. Some people have more. Like, for example, my account, it's a bit insane. I don't want to... like, look at this. 25, 20. 25 and crop. 25 and crop. All of them are maxed, by the way. 25 and 25, I'm maxed. 20, 20. 25 and crop. 20 and 25. I'm maxed on all of them, 25 and 20. But this is a strategy that you have to implement when I show you the map. Like right now, it's useless to explain. 25, 25. Me personally, I know how to utilize this, and we're gonna talk about it once we look at the map. Okay? So, in average, this is the number. Like, you need 18 to 19 village if you're not looting. But if you're not looting and you're doing EI, it's useless. It's useless. Like, why? Oops. How the fuck do I remove this? The fuck? I don't even know what I did. Oh, okay. Fixed. If you have max, which is this value, 4750, it's still gonna be 16 to 17 village. But it's never gonna be like this. Never. Like, even my account, like, some of them are crop. Oh, not this one. Like this one. This is only crop and 25. So on average, It's 500 only. All right. Makes sense, boys? By the way, getting 12 village, on average this is 51k per hour. You still need like 29k. My setup here is 12 village and I stopped. Or I'm already stopped. But now I'm still gaining some I'm still gaining enough, and next time I'm gonna do one of these as a city, and so I'm gonna be still gaining some resource. So this is never gonna be fixed. You're always gonna have plus city. So now it's like an additional 3 to 4k, like let's say 3.5k. Like, sorry, 3.5k, and then maybe another city later on, and that's another 3.5k. And maybe another one, I don't know. Maybe you want to do 14 villages. Regardless, okay? So let's anyway keep it at 12. And now the difference is this. This minus this. You still need about 30k per hour of resources. Well, let's look at this. Let's take this value. Let's do it here. There we go. So now you have this value that you got in 4 days. So per day you're doing this. You're looting this much per day. Per hour, 24. It's gonna be this. So right now, this is your total production if you have 12 village. If you have 12 village, this is the total production. You do this, plus this. You still need 16k resources. Do you see how I'm getting this number? Does it make sense? Do you understand the math behind it? Yeah, all right, perfect. Okay, so and if this was the case, if we're doing for this one, for EC, and you're not gaining this, because with EC it's harder to loot. From my current production person, exactly. So if you were doing this, which is EC, you wouldn't have this. So you would only have this, and you still need equal this minus this. You still need almost the same amount, like 40k, which is like another 10 villages. I'm going to increase these numbers exactly. So you need this amount, like 81k almost, to be able to do perma EI, and it's even more if you were going EC. So let's say you actually did 13 village. Okay, actually did. Okay, and now the difference is this number, this minus this. This is 11k per hour. Let's see per day. It's equal to this. So per day, you need to loot an additional 270. It looks like plus 2 village when looking at hourly production needed. No, it's more, because one village is on average like this. On average. So you need technically divided by... You need 2 village and a half, so 3 villages. So this is if I have 13 village, you still need 3 villages. But this is gonna increase. This is gonna increase. Like at some point you're gonna do this. Oh yeah. Yeah, I already wrote it here. It's 2.2 days additional. So sorry, 2.2 village additional. So technically 3 villages. Yes, here. I wrote it here. Yeah. So our goal is gonna be, first of all, getting to 12 village, at least to 12 village, or maybe 13 village. At 12 village, what you can do is this. You get to 12 village, you start doing perma catapults, perma AI, whatever. And then you start increasing the level of, where is it? Where is the tab? And then you start increasing grade stable levels gradually. So maybe first is gonna be like level 5. Slowly you get level 8, then 11, etc. And in the meantime, what's happening is this number here, the looting, let's say 2 million. This is gonna increase. And when this is gonna increase, you're gonna need less resources over time. You're gonna need less villages, I mean. This is why EIs are so good. Because of the looting, on average, like, you need less village. Like, if you remember, we needed 19 villages to be able to do perma production. But now with the AI, you only need like 12, maybe 13 villages. And with good amount of loot, you don't need more than 12, 13 villages. Because you don't need more villages, you can produce now... Sorry, you can produce more days. So day... And now you can do 80 days instead of 70 days production. Or 90 days. Makes sense? This is like super important. It's basic, but it's like the most important thing in Travian. Like how to get the maximum resources and how to reach this number if EI or this number if EC. This is like super important. Any tribe you're playing, you're gonna do this, and then you need to figure out the total res, and then how many villages do I need? I'm expecting to loot this. Like for example, if I do my account, I already have 4.1. Oops, sorry. 4.2. Let's compare our numbers. So yours is like 1.8 million. Oh, I still need to add a 0. I can start earlier with the AI than EC, exactly, and I also need more villages for the... Absolutely, you get it. You need way more villages with EC because the looting of EC is bad. Looting of AI is much better. Makes sense? So if I took my number, which is this one, so we have 4 days. So per day, I'm looting this. Per day, I'm looting 1 million, bro. I already have like almost 500,000 more than you. And then 24 per hour, I'm looting. Per hour, bro, I'm looting 44k. So I have 12 village, I'm doing this. And I have 44k. So my total production is this. This is my total production. Now. Per hour. Like, do you see how much gap there is? Just because of this. It's insane. Small break until you process all of this, and let me know when you're ready for the like how do we improve this villages production, and how do we improve resource looting production, looting villages. So now we're gonna focus on how to get this more and how to get this more so that we can reach our target. Make sense? So let's take like a 2-3 minutes break. I'm gonna go fill my water. Hard to compare diff in rating. It's diff day on survey. Yeah, for sure. I know. But I'm just trying to, and it's different everything. Like, you are on 4 villages. I'm on 12 villages. And all of them are maxed. So of course, I'm not trying to, you have higher fields than, yeah, for sure. I'm not trying to say I'm better or anything. I'm just saying. No, no, no. I'm not trying to say you're better or anything. No, no. Don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to say is that you still need to get higher looting until you're able to do this. For now, you can't. This is why you still have to produce more villages, and you still need to get more units, and inactives have to grow, and everything have to grow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your farms have higher fields than mine. Half my farms are less than. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Absolutely, bro. No flaming, no flaming. Just trying to explain everything so that everything is clear. So now you have four. You have four villages now. Let's say five because one of them is a city, so you have almost double resources. So now you have this equal to this multiplied by. Now you are here. 21, 250. This is you currently. Plus this. Plus this. So this plus this is you. You still need double the amount. I think big celebration are too early for me. All right, let's talk about big celebration. Let's do it. So, big celebration. Wood. I think we covered everything about looting and villages as an overview starter. And then we're going to talk about how to increase it, okay? Now we're going to talk a bit about the big celebration. How to, like, how can you even at this stage of the game, you know the math? Wait, let me share with you something. Let me share with you something. Wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me find the photo. I shared it with my friend not long ago on Discord. I'm gonna find it and share it. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna download it. Desktop. Big celebration. So I sent a photo of a resume of that I did long time ago of the impact of big celebration in terms of CP. And I'm gonna give you an exact value. I think when I am at 7 will it starts to get there with big celebration. I disagree. You're gonna see why. You're gonna see why. Just a second. So this desktop. Where's the photo? Oh, big celebration. There we go. All right. All right. So we're gonna look at big celebrations. We're gonna do big celebrations. So this is per hour, per day. Sorry, excuse me, per day. How much CP you will gain from one big celebration? At level 10, one big celebration takes 43 hours to terminate until you can do the next celebration. And per day, you get this much. Because in total, you're gonna get 2k. Wait. What's up? Hear me out first. Okay. Tell me, brother. So it's better to make 4 smalls than 1 big. It depends on the level of the town hall. In general, no, it's not. If you talk, it depends on the level of the big celebration and the small celebration. What level are the town halls in the village you're producing the small ones? We can actually compare them here. Is it only level 1? So it's like 2k per day. In that case, 2 big celebration produce 226 more. Is it level 2? Then it starts getting, it's still like 2 big celebration are still better. There's a specific margin, like for example level 3 or level 4, at which they become better than big celebration. Level 6 at the moment and level 10. Running small. Yeah, if it's beyond level 4, then sure. If it's beyond level 4, then of course. But if it was level 1, 2, or 3, I would say never. Wait, actually, maybe even level 4 is wrong. Wait, let me check. Calculator. So 1113 divided by 2, 556. Okay, so level 4 is fine. Level 4 is fine. But anything below level 4 is not fine. Makes sense? All right, so if you want, so as I'm saying while building up, you prefer small celebrations because it's like the amount of resources needed per hour is less than this. Of course, I agree. If you're gonna do them with the town hall higher than level 4, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I thought you were keeping them level 1, and then I was gonna say absolutely not. If it's beyond level 4, absolutely agreed. In the beginning, you can do this. Yeah, we're on the same page line. As long as beyond level 4, then for sure. All right, perfect. And as exactly as you said, and I'm gonna just explain for the remaining of the chat. I think Ram is still in the chat. Look at the amount of resource per hour needed. At level 4, it's almost 300 per resources, and only 60 in crop. Look here, 700, almost 800 clay, and almost triple the amount of crop. So he's right by saying in the early game, I prefer doing this. Yes, you can, but you need to do it level 4 at least in all villages. All right. I'm also building level 10 because of building CP per day. Absolutely, we're gonna talk about passive CP also. Look at my passive CP in my server. Almost 8k passively without doing any celebration. So this is almost 4 big celebration almost per day. We're also gonna talk about that. Like if you look at my setup, let's look at any village. Town hall level 10, barracks stable level 10, trade office, not all of them are the same level. Some are level 3, some are level 4, sorry. Level 4, level 5, level 3, level 2. So it depends on the village and on the max resource that I have. Or the max crop. Sometimes the crop is low. If you go on another village, look, this is like 4.2, 4.2. This is 4.7, and the rest is like low. So some villages are pretty heavy on crop. Like for example, these, I have 7 fields in them. Or this one as well. So in these, I usually get higher trade offers. But anyway. So, okay. So since Town Hall is clear and Celebration is clear, as long as you're running permanently with Town Hall level 4 plus level, everything is gonna be perfect. All right, let's go. So the way to do it, you can do this. If you want to perma celebrate, wait, this is level 10. If you want to do perma small celebration, you're gonna do this. By the way, the music is done and I just noticed, so I want to put something else. There we go. So Town Hall level 10, you need to do this. You need to keep in your village this amount of resources. So for example, what we can already improve in your account is this. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's copy this here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 1, 8. 3, 1, 2, 8. Sorry. 3, 1, 2, 8. 4, 1, 1. And then we copied this because it's level 10. 3, 7, 1. 3, 8, 5. 3, 4, 4. 78. So what you should be sending from that village is this. Every hour you should send this. And you should keep this in your village, stacking, so that you can do perma small celebration every day. So now if I do this, I'm not gonna do it. It's up to you if you decide to implement it or not. But if I do this, so we said 1974. 1974, sorry. And then here, 1960. 1960. 2784. 333. So now if you do this, I'm gonna pause it. Every day you can go here and do a small celebration. I had trade route. I'm farming from this village. Yeah. It doesn't have to be this village. Any village, you should do this. You should do this. Only send the exact amount and keep the exact amount to run perma celebration. So for example, let's take another village. Let's take this one. This one you're finalizing. Once it's finished, I think, let me see on the map. You have one stone oasis. Wait, but you can't put troops in it. Yeah, you can't put troops. That's not part of the kingdom. Yeah, so for example, in this village for now, it's less than this total production. Yes, I understand this. I'm going to do this. Okay. All right. All right. Let's look at the map. Let's look at our setup. How can we get this if you're going EI? Or how can we get this if we're going EC? So for example, here you need 40k iron. Here you need 31 versus only 21k iron. So we need to find, first of all, are you sure is opening treasury when we hit? Yeah, of course. Okay. So now, first, are you sure you want to go EC? Like, you don't want to, you just want to go EC? If yes, so that we can start focusing on this. If you want to stick to EI, let me know so we focus on this. I think I farm enough. I'm very active. So, does that mean you want to go EI or does that mean you want to go EC? Just give me like the final decision so we move on. Attack / time, EC is better. Yes. But since you're active, EI is good also. But anyway, whatever you want. If you weren't active, EC is good. Because if you're not actively looting, then you just need to spam villages. You don't need to loot. Alright, EC, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this. So technically, if we said 88. So, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. So, you're never gonna do this. Even if you had, actually, you might. Wait, my server is a night server. You actually can. You can actually do more than me. My server is a night server, so I can't loot as much as you do. Actually, you can. Oh, fuck. I missed this. Let me see if there's any remaining camps. Just a second, I forgot about these. Alright, so this is RC19. Let me write the messages. RC19, 3 of 4. RC7, 3 of 4 also. Just a second, mate, I'm sorry. Now we see hammer. Yep, leaked. This is 3 of 5. RC15. But actually, you don't see all of it because half of the troops are outside looting anyway. So 3 of 5. There we go. So yeah, I was saying this is a night server. So you actually can have more than me if you keep on looting. You can have more than this. And this was about 43k. So you can actually like be... You can actually get 40k to 50k. No problem, I'm online next 1,000 hours. Alright. So okay, we're gonna assume that you have 40k per hour or 50k per hour looting. We're gonna assume that you have this. In the mid game, we're gonna assume this. So what you still need is this. Minus this. So you still need 48k or... So you need this. And then we do this divided by that. You need 12 villages or... I'm sorry, I forgot what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, you need this or... 10 villages. So this is your target. 12 to 10 villages. If you have perma looting. If you have this amount of looting per hour, then you only need 10 to 12. But I suggest always go for 12 because sometimes the loot is not going to be as efficient. Maybe 11 is a middle ground, but 12 is safer. Okay? Are we on the same turn? Yeah, I'll go 12. Okay, perfect. Now, it's up to you. It's up to you to speed up the process and do more celebration so that you get the 12 village as quickly as possible. And if you get the 12 as quickly as possible, it means you will be able to produce more days. So 70 days or 80 days or whatever. So the faster you get these 12 villages, the more days you'll be able to produce. This is why, in my opinion, CP is super important in the early game because you can produce more days as soon as you get your target, which is now 12 days, 12 villages. And I'm telling you, you can get 12 villages in 58 to 60 days. on average. A little bit more maybe if you started late, but you can do it in 58 to 60 days on X1 speed. You can do it. Look my items. First of all, I don't need to look the items. I'm gonna look here and I'm gonna understand. Not here, sorry. Residence. Residence. Hero 120. I knew what you meant. Yeah, I also had the helmet on day 1 or day 2, whatever. And then on tier 2, I swapped into infantry helmet 21%. And I decided to increase this. The passive CP. So now I don't really need a helmet for CP. So me personally, on my account, I've been producing infantries since day 20, level 20 barracks. And on day 42, I had great barracks level 20. So I've been producing, this is me. Wait, let me show you. Teuton, axes. So if we consider that I produce 125 with 22. This is me. This is where I'm going, man. This is my account. 171k. This is my current target. Axe, why axe, not clubs? Okay, so I decided to do the biggest axe army on purpose just for the sake of doing an achievement. Also, the main reason I'm going for axes is because on this server I don't want to pay a lot of gold, so I don't want to use a lot of NPC for crops. And so look at this. Look at this. 365. This is my next, not my next, but this is one of my next videos. Soon I'm gonna be doing it. So I already did a study on infantry versus, axe versus clubs. Let's look here. So clubs, axe. Okay. If we produce almost the same amount of time, wait. First of all, in terms of value, the value of like the offensive power you get with the X army per resource you pay is much better than the... I'm not gonna go through this, but if you trust me on this, trust me, and then you can see the video when I release it. You're gonna see that the value of axes is better than clubs simply because of the crop issues. But the issue with the axe army is that you have to stack it pretty early. So you have to start spamming axe super early to have like a decent army. Otherwise, always go clubs. So if you're not gonna start like day 20 or day 30 spamming axes, never go axe. Only go axe if you're gonna start early. Otherwise, just go clubs and crash every, I don't know, 20-30 days. It's fine. So let me show you some of the... Okay. So this axe, this graph here, the one that is above, this one is the club's value. This one is the axe. You can see on a specific date, the axe value becomes better. Why? Because of the crop issues. So if I go back here, this is the day. This is the hours. After 190 hours, which is 8 days almost, axes become better than clubs. This is axes. The value 0614, 0613. The value of clubs become like less impactful than axes. So if I go now here with this value, look at this number, 8 days. Okay, keep this number in mind, 8 days. We're gonna go on Kilroyd. 8 days. Keep this in mind. Let's do this. 100 day of production of axes. No weapon. 10 million.3 attack. Okay? 92 days, so 8 day less of clubs. 10.9. Going back 100. It's getting closer. So now if I increase an extra like 2 days, on like let's say 4 days, it's almost getting the same value. So if I was at 92, we're almost there. And look at the crop issues. It's 126k crop deficit. Sorry. Clubs, it's 210k. And if I have 104 day of access, it's only 140k. So you have like 60k of crop deficit increase if you go clubs. Since I don't want to pay a lot of gold on this account, on this server, I decided to go axes because of this mainly. And if I start earlier, I'm not gonna have an issue with attacks. So I started at day 20, so I have like 125 day of production. So this is gonna be my army. It's gonna be like this technically. Almost 180k. Yeah, I'm not participating on operations. Exactly. I'm going for World Wonder. No robber. No, you can't go robber. Like the amount of units you lose per robber is like 30 units ish. Because I have bandages and because I have healing tent. So let me show you one example. So wait, just to be absolutely sure, I'm never gonna reach this amount because I'm losing some units over time. So technically it's gonna be like around this number, maybe a little bit less. But this is still great. Like if I add to it this, like I'm at 25 million, then I add the axe. Yeah, there we go. And then you add siege, and then you add the fealty bonuses. So this is gonna be like, I don't know, like maybe 40 million. It's gonna be pretty big. Because I'm doing 125 days. Technically, I'm not gonna have 40Ks, it's gonna be less. I'm probably gonna be like something here, 38 to 40k. Yeah, I'm gonna have this amount of TKs. No. If I wanted to participate in operations, I would always go clubs. And I would keep on smashing my hammer until like day, I don't know, 70. And then I have the ability to produce 75 days and I would have a decent army like this. But look at this. Like this is the maximum. That's one of the good thing with clubs. You don't mind. Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. But again, I don't recommend clubs to anyone because of this. Not anyone can manage crop. It's not so easy. It takes some skill. And it takes a lot of gold sometimes. Like if I produced even more, like 90 days, look, you're reaching over 300k crop deficit. Like this is not easy to manage. Especially as a governor. Whereas even if I produce 120 days with axe, I have the same. So I have 30 more days and I produce and I have the same crop deficit. Like this is insane. So my only advocate for axe versus clubs is the value over time of axe in terms of crop and costs and everything is way better. And you only do it if you know how to do it and if you start early. If you don't do it and start early spam of axes, don't do it. Just go clubs. That's it. Anyway, this is we open a parenthesis. I'm super like I'm super passionate about Travian, so I get kind of drifted whenever I talk about the game. Anyway, so let's start planning our villages. This is gonna be your treasury. First of all, this is your capital, 01. So we need to find villages everywhere around it. But on this side, everything is already full. This is a bad village, although it has good oasis, but it's 3 stone fields. It's not a good one. This is 4, but it's out of borders. Okay, first of all, let me zoom in. Zoom out, I mean. So now we're gonna try to find the most optimal villages. Oh god, I don't like the setup. I read what I was thinking. Look on map. All right. All right, let's see. So you have 2 stone oases, but you won't have high influence. Like maybe you get 5%, maybe 10, but I doubt you will get more than this. Because you're super far. Do you know how influence is calculated or not? Do I need to talk about it? Just let me know if you do or you don't. Be right back. Another cup of water. I'm speaking a lot, so my throat is kind of like dry as fuck. Just a second. No, you know. Okay. So no need to talk about it. So I assume that you know what I mean, and that what's gonna happen is this is gonna actually be even less than the average. So if you're actually doing this, what's gonna happen is you probably will increase like the amount of villages needed, or you will need to be even more active for looting. When you choose villages that are not optimal in terms of oasis, this is the consequence. Like you will have to loot more. Maybe you won't be able to because there's not a lot of inactive villages, and probably you will need to do more villages. So you'll need to be careful when choosing villages like this. Maybe 1 or 2 is fine, but don't go with 4 or 5 or even like a lot of villages with low influence. Make sense? Because sometimes you can't control the amount you loot. So you should kind of aim to optimize villages with the best influence possible. If it's not like an option, then you have to make sacrifices. Like maybe one of the sacrifices is, I don't know, attacking more oases to get some extra resources because you don't have good influence and you don't have enough loot. Makes sense? So you will have to be even more active and attack oasis. I'm planning to do that. Yeah, so because you don't have the most optimal setup, you're gonna have to be even more active now. So this is the... I mean, it's not an issue as long as you can solve it, but do you want to be as active as you say, or do you want to... Like, personally, me, on this server, I don't want to be as active. So I chose everything perfectly. Let me show you some of my villages. So this is my, like, secret. I do 3 to 4 villages per area. What does one area mean? It means this. Epic pen. Let me show you. Can I do like circles and stuff like this here? Fuck, I can't. Anyway. So look at this. Look at this. 3 villages next to each other. 3 villages next to each other. This was my starter. I don't care about this one. Alright, so 3 villages next to each other. So what's gonna happen with 3 villages next to each other is simply... So this oasis is influenced by 1, 2, and 3 villages. Same for this. Same for this. Same for this. All of these oases are influenced by all of my villages. So I don't have to put a lot of troops, and I don't want to cheat my team. I don't want to send like 500 troops on one village. I only send 250, that's it. But the way to increase it is I put more villages. Now if you look here, no one is here, so 2 is enough. Look at this. I have 3 50% crop oasis and 2 25% stone. Here, this one is impacting this. So I don't have 3 villages, so I have 20%. If I had another villages, I would be 25, but 20% is still fine. So what I recommend you is always work in 3, minimum 2. At least 2, but the best is 3. Like for example here, I don't have the highest. I have 20% and 10% only because I have 1 village. But I chose this one because the village is a great spot to me. Like it's like right next to the oasis. So me personally, because I know this secret, which is trying to have a good average, I always focus on influence. I always optimize my village choices and get the best options. I'm gonna show you one last time. Look at this. Oasis. Oh fuck, I need to refresh. Look. Top 2 influence, top 1, top 1, top 1, top 1, top 1, top 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. I'm always top 2 or top 1 except for this one, and I just showed you why, because there's only 1 village. But everything else, without exception, is top 2 or top 1. Top 1, top 1, top 1, top 1, top 2, top 1, top 1, top 4. This is the exception. 2, 2, 1. You see, everything is top 2 and top 1. So my average is actually higher than this. So my average is like probably like this. This is my average. And look at my ranks. I will just a second. And I have like insane looting. So like I'm way above my total res needed. This is why I was able to start way earlier. Anyway, going here. Oasis. So top 1, top 5. Wait, first of all. So this is top 1, but there's no troops. So it's not the best choice, but it's still good. This is top 5 with troops. I assume you have troops in it. Yes. Next. This is top 1. Why don't you have troops? You should have troops in this one. Like, this is the best option for you now. You should put troops instantly. Do it now, bro. What the fuck are you waiting for? This is a free 500 additional resource, bro. If you can, just do it. Don't think about it. Same for this one. Let me see. What are you doing, bro? You have 2 oases that you can send troops to. This is your next target, bro. What the fuck? He didn't even know. Oh my god. I haven't seen that was inside. It's new. Alright, send troops to it now. Alright. Okay, so you have one of them that is outside. Let me check. It will be in borders once this treasury is open. And it's a city. Because it's adjacent to this one. So it will be able to... Okay, not bad. Not bad. All of them are okay. Okay. Not bad. This one I'm not a fan of. Here, you want to settle here. Let me see. So you'll get like 25% on this one. And maybe 20 or 25 on this. Not bad. Alright, where else? Here. Yeah, this one... This one I'm not a huge fan. Wait, actually you have one village here. So maybe you'll get like 10 or 15% on this one. Yeah, maybe you'll get 10 or 15 on this oasis. But this oasis, you're gonna have like 5%. So maybe you should take this one. The wood instead. Because at least it's closer and you might have a chance of being top 1 or top 2. Although it's a 5 field. Although it's 5 iron. But you won't get higher than 10% on this, I think. I don't know. I'll take the inactive village when gone. Oh, the one next to it. This one. 446. Yeah, this is good. This one is pretty good. I like this one a lot. Yeah, this for sure, bro. Do it. This for sure. So you will have rank 1 on this you mean for this one. Alright. Alright, I understand the plan. I like it. I like it. Good, good, good. I like that plan. I'm a fan of it. Alright. Let me see more inactives because holy shit, half of the map is inactives, bro. I mean, this is nice if you can destroy this village. And it's gonna be in future border. And it's not so far. Wait, is there like a 5 field wood here? Somewhere? Then you can get exceptionally good wood. So this is 5 with 2 wood oasis. This is not bad. $500 inactives, holy shit. Yeah, but eventually, like in few weeks, it's gonna be like maybe 100 or inactive, 200 inactive, then 50. So yeah, eventually it's gonna be way less. This is a nice one for wood. I'm gonna put you like a note on it. Not bad wood. Not only wood, but it's like also crop. So this is like great if you can get them. This is nice with crop. I mean, all of these are good. Like this one, although it's 3 iron, but 7 crop with 50% is not bad. Even here. I mean, even this is good. 5 iron. Like 25% iron and 75% crop. This is good. I mean, you have some options, but the only issue is... Alright, let me tackle the issue with the Roman tribe. The issue is this. Sorry, not this here. I hate this. 500 only. And so every time the village is far, what happens is the sending time, like if you do a trade route, let's say, I don't know, and it's more than 1 hour, you can't send it every hour. And not only this, but if you decide to send it every 2 hours, like this, for example, you're gonna have to send double the amount to send everything. And so you need like level 20 market and maybe even trade office to be able to make the merchants efficient. I don't know if I explained it well. If I didn't, just let me know so I repeat it. So my issue with Roman is if the village is far, you're gonna need to have a high level market and a high level and maybe few levels in the trade office. So this is a lot of resource gone on infrastructure that technically isn't very useful. Yeah, like for example, like this is annoying, like this is super far, and so I'm sure that you had to do trade office. Yeah, look, you see, like you had to do trade office level 9 to be able to perma send everything. This is annoying. Otherwise, like the other solution is to find like a middle ground, like maybe let's say this one here, and then you send this to this one and this to this one. It's like it's like small delivery. But it's annoying. I hate this about Romans. And the merchants are pretty slow as well. Like how much does it take to reach? 1 hour, Jesus. Like this is 1 hour. Jesus. Yeah, so for example, let me see. TK tools. Let me do one thing, sorry, just a second. What server is this, by the way? Com1? Is it Com1? I think it's Com1, right? Yeah, Com1. Oh fuck, I can't do it here. Can you join on TK Tools? I wanna know how much is the distance. Oh, actually I can. What am I thinking? So it's 15.8. So anything above 16 distance from the capital, like let's say, I don't know, this. Like let's say this village here. Fuck, I can't. Even further. Alright, so all of these villages are fine because you can still send merchant every hour. So this is good. But you probably need trade office. Do you know why I said 16 distance? Because of this village here. It's 15.81. And the merchant needs 59 minutes. So anything above is gonna be more than 1 hour. And if it's more than 1 hour, you can only send every 2 hours. Yeah, exactly. So you have to be careful of your villages not to be super far, because you're gonna have to waste a lot of resources on market and on trade office, which will slow you down a bit. Makes sense? Just keep it in mind. Try to I mean, just try to make the best out of your situation. Like for example, settling here is great, by the way. You have 50%. You can do 2-3 villages here. Like you have wood, you have stone, sorry, iron, you have clay. Consider this area. I'm just gonna put a note here. This area is great. You have a lot of crop, a lot of stone. You have everything. One of everything. So wood, iron, clay, and 3 crops. This is great. And it's not far. This is like super close. 12. I suggest you do 2-3 villages here, at least. And most of them are gonna be top 1 influence if you do 3 villages. Easily. Alright? I'm pretty sure, like, for example, this one can have this oasis and this oasis. Let's see if do we have 1 wood. This one can have double crop, like 100% with 7 fields. This is great. Even this one is fine. You can have these two 100% with 7 field. But this is 3 iron. You prefer to have this one because 4 iron is always better if you're going EC, as we discussed before. So if I were you and I want to choose 1 7 field crop, I would go for this one because it has 4 iron and it's always better than 3. I'm trying to find if there's like a good, like even here, but I think this is getting far. Yeah, this is 16. But there's also like good oasis here. Like this area is also good. Maybe you can go here. Yeah, you can settle here, somewhere around here if you ever get the chance to. Here. Somewhere in this area. Like if you get close to here, it's still fine. And you can have double crop oasis here. Double crop, wood, clay, but you don't have iron. It's fine. It's fine. You will have enough iron here, as I saw before. You have like 3-4 irons, not bad. And 1 here. Sorry, 1 here in this area. So let's put here. Yeah, you can go here. It's fine. Like these are good stuff, the spots. This is good iron. There's 4 iron, but it's too far from your capital. It's not worth it. It will slow you down a lot. Ah, this is too far. Yeah, so good catch on this village. This is smart because you need to have high influence and you don't really have a lot of options on iron. Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of them you can have top 2 at least, if not top 1. So you need to make use of all of these 4, 5 stone oasis. Sorry, iron oasis. Otherwise you're kind of fucked because I don't see any other iron that is like useful except for one that is here that we talked about, which is this one. But other than that, it sucks. Not gonna lie, bro. I mean, this is not bad. This, but it's out of kingdom borders. But you can have like a stone oasis here. I'm not a fan of this one, but if you still need iron and you don't find any solution, you can always go for this one. Yeah, I think you can have like 15 at least, 15% at least here, if not more. And if not this one, if not, sorry, I can't click. If not here, out of borders, you can always take this one, the inactive one. I mean, it's 4 fields of iron, but it's still good. Yeah, it will have better influence than this, but less productivity. All right. One thing I wanted to talk also about my account that I forgot is sometimes you see I only have iron or wood only, and I don't have mix. Do you know why I do this? Of course, sometimes like if I can choose 2 of them, I don't mind. But if there's only crop or iron, why did I choose iron instead of crop? Do you know why? Or why did I choose wood instead of crop? Let's see if someone knows in chat. This is quite interesting. Less people wants it. I mean, okay. Let's say you have two options and 5 people are here, so you might not have a high influence. But regardless, let's say if you decide iron, it's gonna be like 25, and if you decide crop, it's gonna be 25. But why? Like, it's gonna be crop 25 or iron 25, but I decided iron. Dev bonus, so better chance to get higher position, and yeah, the dev bonus. Okay. All right, let's talk about something else. All right, let's read. All right, read here. Read at this. The troops and resource amount of the robber hideout, they depend on a variety of things, such as offensive strength, resource production, and population size. Resource production isn't crop. Resource production is wood, clay, and iron. So whenever I increase any of these three, my robber hideouts are gonna be better. But if I increase crop, it's not gonna be better. So what I do in the early game, because I don't have big crop issues, is I choose the resource so that I get more value from the robber hideouts, and later in the game, as I start having more crop issues, I swap back to crop oasis. Does it make sense? And I will continue and expand why it's so important in the early game. Of course. If you have a mixed oasis like this one, it's always better. But for example here, like look at me here, I can choose this wood or this crop. I chose the wood because my robber hideouts are better now. So robber hideouts, you always need to focus on getting more of these non-stop, and later as the game progresses, you swap back to crop because it's more important. So always focus on this until like day 80-90, because once you reach day 80-90, look at the factors we said. Oh, here it doesn't say it, but wait, let me see it. It's probably written somewhere else. I will find it because it's written that wait, I'll find it. Ah, there we go. The frequency of hideouts depending on the speed of the game. So you will get less and less FK 30 seconds. Okay, let's take a short break. Let's take a short break. I need to check my Discord. I'm getting some messages. Just a second, by the way, I don't have chat open. So if you're writing something, just give me a moment. I'm doing something on my second monitor. All right, I'm back. I am back. Same. All right, so in the early game, robber hideouts spawn way faster, way more regularly than in the late game. And the late game is only after day 50. So what happens is this. In the beginning, you can clear way more robber hideouts. Like you can clear, I think, let's say on a weekly basis, maybe you get like more than 12 robber hideouts. Sometimes even more. Like if I'm gonna take this number, 2.4 per day, and I multiply it by 7, like this is like 18 to 20 robber hideouts. And so imagine you're clearing 18 to 20 robber hideouts and you optimize this. So you're scaling better and faster. Whereas if you focus on crop in the early game, you get less reward. Also less experience for the hero because the robber hideouts troops are like weaker. There's less troops. Does this make sense? This is so important to scale. So as the game evolves, you always want to have like the best output from the robber hideouts because you can get so many of them every week, and then they start decreasing, and so you get like about 10 or 11 per week, and then it's even 7. I'm trying to, yes, 100%, I'm trying to scale it. Let's go. Adapting, bro. That's all you have to do. So now that you know that robber hideouts focuses only on these, never on crop, and if we go back, they said there's 3 factors. They said troops. Oh, sorry, no. We said offensive strength, resource production, and population size. If I had to give a percentage to each one of them, although there's no percentage released by the game developers, they never said, like, let's say 20% of your account strength, 60%, they never said the exact percentages. But every time I'm playing and I'm comparing my robber hideouts with other players, I swear to you, let's say I have 10,000 units, one player is playing clubs and he has like 40,000 clubs, but I always have better robber hideouts because I always have better resource production. So I would say the impact, like let's say the percentage of resource production is the highest, always. And then offensive strength, and then population size. And then also, which is not written here, which is the stage of the game. Like the later stage of the game there is, like let's say day 70 Oasis was the same production and the same troops is more than day 40 if they have the same production and the same troops, simply because it's later in the game. So there's 4 factors actually, not only these 3 that are written here, not only these 3, there's also the time and the date of the server. So not only offensive strength, blah 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 blah. Early game you focus on this resource, and then once you reach like 10 villages or 12 villages, you stop. After that, you're focusing on this. Which is offensive strength. All right, so I'm just gonna remind you of something because I didn't like do a conclusion for you. I forgot to do a conclusion, which was this. In your account, I'm sorry, I think there's a delay. I'm just realizing I opened my stream on the second monitor. I think there's like I don't know, 10-second delay or 7-second delay. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm like scrolling on something on the screen, but you guys can't see it for 7 seconds. So my bad. Um, so your goal is to have this 89K res per hour. Right? We agreed on this because you're going EC. It actually will be a little bit more because of the fealty effect once you acquire it, which is this one. Training troops is gonna be faster. So let's say it's gonna be like 91K. All right. Anyway, regardless of the exact amount, we are aiming to get this. And we said 12 village is gonna be like more than halfway through, and then we're gonna have to work on inactives and oasis to try to get this amount. Right? And so once you have achieved 90K per hour, you can swap from where is it? Oh, I closed it. Killboard. Once you have completed, you can then swap to EC. If you want to do it before, like start producing EC before, you can, but you won't be able to do permanently. You'll have to stop maybe catapults, or maybe EC are not gonna be like maybe EC is not gonna be like great stable level 20, maybe like level 15. Maybe you can do it level 15 permanently before, but if you wanna do great stable level 20, you're not gonna be able before getting this amount. So you're gonna have to keep track every day. Go here, do your math, do this. How much am I looting? We are Thursday, so you divide it by 4, and then you add. You have 10 villages, for example. Where is it? Oh, you have 12 villages. You have 51, and you do the math. And if you see that you have the 90K, start EC with level 20 great stable. Does it make sense? This is your like indicator. This is how you track when you can permanently produce EC. You can start earlier, but you will never be able to have great stable level 20. Maybe you will have it before, like less, as I said. Does it make sense? Like, this is how you track when you should start. Alright. Alright, bro. I think we covered a fair amount. I'm gonna do a small introduction for the com server for the farm list, and then I'm gonna stop talking about Travian. I'm gonna be playing a different game. All right. So let's talk a bit about farm list. Let me remove this. Where is it? Epic band. All right. If you looked at what I did before. Whoa, wait. Also, okay. Let's assume this is the only let's assume this is the only villages farm list you have, right? Wait, I'm changing music. I'm tired a bit of house. Just a second. I've been listening to house for like 2 hours now. It's stressing me. Just a second. All right. Putting some different music. Refresh. Skip. All right, there we go. All right, all right. So I always look at the closest village. It takes you currently 43 minutes. And the last village, sorry, I don't know why I exited. And the last village takes you 4 hours and 19 minutes. Why is this important to me? So, because of one thing, otherwise I wouldn't even care. Because we have a limit of 2k outgoing units, it like forces you with a specific look from Saliga, not Superbia. Okay. So 8 minutes versus 3 hours and 12. Okay. So what I was telling you is we have a limit of 2k outbound. This is the maximum. So how do you decide every, like, do you send every 15 minutes? Do you send every 30 minutes? Do you send every 2 minutes? How do you how do you decide how often do you send the farm list? Like, do you do it every 5, 4, 6, whatever? This is the, like, decider of how fast you send. And this can be decreased from the, where is it? No, buildings. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? By the tournament square. You send every 1 second. You're trolling then. If you send every 1 second, you're trolling. Like, for example, so for example, the issue is sending every 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is, the number is so the issue is this. Like, this is the farthest for me, 87. And look how long it takes me. It takes me 4 hours. So let's say I'm sending every 1 minute. There's also another limit. Okay, so there's 2 limits. So there are 2 limits for doing. One, so these are the limits. So maximum is 2k outgoing, and maximum is 15 per village. So for example now here, wait, what the fuck? My sound, how long has it been gone? Oh my god. I must have muted myself when I was coughing and I forgot to unmute. Right. I'm gonna explain again. My bad. So I was saying there are two limits for looting. The first one is you can only send 2k outgoing. Okay. And the second one is you can only send 15 outgoing raids to one village. So if you send the 16th one, it's not gonna be able, like, it's not gonna work. If you want, you can try it now. Like, for example, this. If you send 15 legionnaire, the 16th one won't be able to go. They're gonna give you like a message in red, like you can do it. Okay, so because we have these limitations, we can use them to optimize our looting capacity. So what you do is this. Sorry, I'm gonna redo the calculation. So 3 hours is 3 times 60 minutes. This is 180 minutes. Plus 12 minutes. This is 192. Is it from village or account? Account. So let's say you send 5 from this village, 5 from here, 5 from here, and then anyone from this any additional is not gonna work. It's from the whole account, not from one village. Do you want me to show you? Like, do you want me to send 15 attacks on any, like, on this one? Do you want to see it? Do you want me to do it? Like, I do this, 1. Alright, so no need to prove it. Okay, no need to prove it. If you believe me, good. So because of this limitation, as I said, the maximum is 15. What we're gonna do is the furthest village is 192 minutes away. You divide it by 15. So if you send every 13 minutes, you can send non-stop all day long. Non-stop. You're never gonna have issues. Right? But this only applies for the furthest village. Like for this village. This one. But for the rest of these villages, like these, you don't have to wait 13 minutes to be optimal, right? So this is only for this one. So far so good. Are we on the same page? Tell me something. I need to know if you understand what I'm saying or not. I should actually make lists from distance. Exactly my point. If you look at mine, look here. It's based on distance. So this is exactly what I want to reach as a conclusion. For example, these, I don't need to wait 13 minutes. I can send them every 5 minutes and send them non-stop all day long. And be as efficient as I want to be. But here, maybe I need to send every 9 minutes. And here, maybe every 13 minutes. So now you probably understand how optimizing raiding is. Do you understand the idea? It's always based on distance and not on population. Always. If you want to be perma-looting, this is how you do it. If you want to send like whenever you're online and don't care about perma looting, then yeah, I'll need the equation exactly. So if you're not gonna be perma looting, you don't care about this. But me personally, I'm always perma looting. Look at this. I'm always on my max. So I'm always reaching like the highest outbound, and I'm always able to loot every village whenever I click. I never like pass the 15 attack per village. So this is how I do it. And then whenever you have this, I have it level 20, you can send even faster. Like instead of every 13 minutes, maybe every 6 minutes. For the furthest one, not the closest one. So on and so forth. Does it make sense? and then of course, within these, like for example, I have more for the cities and less for the smaller population. Of course, everyone knows this. But you always have to focus on the distance. So yeah, I suggest you fix the distance based, do some math, find the optimal like sending times, and then start looting more efficiently. You don't have to send every minute because it's not good, because the inactive doesn't like, it didn't have the opportunity to stack resources in 1 minute. It's only gonna be like 5 to 10 resources maximum gathered in 1 minute or something like this. So if you wait a little bit more, you have the chance to loot more than 5 to 10, and you're being optimal in terms of the limitations that we have, which is 2k outbound and 15 per village. So you have to take into account everything. All right? Fair enough? Does it make sense to you? Alright, bro. Alright. Let's stop here for today. I'm expecting you to max all of the resources. Oh, the equation is this. So the equation is this: you go farm list, you check the let's say these, like everything above 30 to 40. All right, let's take this. So if you click here, 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours, we do this, calculate. Oh, I have it here. So you do 2 hours times 60, times 60, this is 120 minutes, plus 10, and we said the limit is 15, we divide by 15, and so every 8 minutes or 9 minutes, you can send non-stop all day long for these distances, which are at 30. So like 30 to 35, 36, you can send every 9 minutes, 10 minutes, non-stop all day long. You don't have an issue. It will never give a bug that you have more than 15 outgoing on the same village. For example, if you go here, 41, it's going to be a little bit more. 2 hours and 54. So here it's going to be like 120 plus 54 divided by 15. So it's going to be like every 12 minutes instead of 9 to 10 minutes. Okay, I get it. Perfect. For the ones that are close, like these ones, like this, you don't really care. You can send anytime you want. Because like, are you gonna send 50, like you're not gonna send 15 times in 8 minutes, you know? Like maybe every 40 seconds if you want, but I'm not gonna stay active every 40 seconds, you know? I sleep as well and I have work. So I also send them like every, I don't know, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, the ones that are close, whenever I can. But I don't send them like every 30 seconds. It's insane. All right? The most important is to the most important is to kind of manage the ones that are further away. The ones that are close, there's no issue. You're always gonna like have um you're not gonna reach that limit unless you're sending every like through like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 1 minute, whatever. All right? Look, my new farm list. There we go. There we go. There we go. And I would do another like 40, 50, whatever. I would do it like this. And later, once you have this, you can be more flexible. Once you have this, it will be more flexible. Like once you have this, you can make it from 30 to 50 instead of 30 to 40. Because the difference is becomes smaller. Like instead of 9 minutes, it's 8 minutes. So it doesn't change much. It's not from 12 to 8. It's like 1 minute or few seconds. I'll work on my firm. You got this, bro. All right. So yeah. I think your next target should be maxing this like quickly. I don't know why it's taking you so long. Like this should be also already finished while this is being worked on. Like always max the resources first, especially this. You can wait on the crop, but max this for the Robert hideouts. Keep spamming as we discussed, small celebration with town hall level 4 at least, non-stop from every village. Like now you should do it here, the next is here, etc. And farm list, and I think your account like is always gonna stay in the like top 5, top 1s until like day 60, day 70 even. And then you're gonna be like spamming your resources on units. You're gonna start like going down in population. It's fine. All right, is it like a good summary for you? We're gonna check the account like maybe in 2 weeks or something like this. Deal, bro? Hey, I'm glad you like learned some few things. Maybe it's not new, but at least you know now how to optimize it. I'm learning every day. Me too, bro. Me too. Even me, I'm learning every day. That's perfect. Nice. I'm pretty happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. Nice. All right. Right now, I'm gonna be like playing different games. I'm gonna check my friends if they wanna join me. I'm gonna step a bit of Travian. I'm a bit tired now. We talked a lot. I'm gonna chill. All right, let's do something else. Let me close this. Do you want me to send you this? Do you want this or not? I can send it to you. The distancing was important. I think this will take me to rank 1. Hopefully. And you should get tournament score as soon as possible. You should get this as soon as possible to also get rank 1. I already showed it to you, this one. Gladly. Okay, let me send it to you. Share, copy link. Copy. What you care about is this. All right, this and this average per village. and the looting. Okay? Anyway, so I'm sending it to you on Discord. You can use it for reference. There we go. Keep track every like 2-3 days, or I don't know, every 5 days. Always do your calculation to see how much you're looting per hour, and add it to your total per village. Like how much are you doing per villages, and you will know how close you are to this target, so you can do perma units. Always keep track. All right, buddy. I'm pretty happy with the session we did. We covered like a lot of the Roman and raiding and optimizing the account and CP calculations and stuff like this. I'm pretty happy. Oh, I see some NPC work. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. I'm gonna close this. Thanks, bro. Good session. Covered a lot. Yes, sir. All right. Let me change my stream title.